Hey everybody, welcome back to BarberDave's Barbershop at Home. Some huge news today. We're gonna do a straight shave today, and we've given Jasper the robot toaster the day off. So take a look at this, and we'll be right back. Hi everybody, welcome back. Okay, so today we're gonna do a straight razor shave. It is Tuesday. It is our last shave before we head back to the shop. But the first of the big news is that next week sometime, there is a good chance, we hope, that I will be doing some videos from a remote viewing location. That's all I'll say for now, but it's a very beautiful, and hopefully we can make that come true as well. So anyhow, so straight razor shave today, and we're doing kind of a luxury shave today, and that will lead to our second announcement later on in the video. And we'll go over all the product and stuff that we're using in just a little bit. The brush that we're using today is a Saponificio Varesino 2.0 in tortoise with a high mountain Manchurian white knot. This particular soap, I haven't used in a while. I mean, it's Saponificio Varesino, obviously, but I haven't used this flavor in a while. And those of you on the cadre will notice in our Shave of the Day photos that my good buddy Nurse Dave. Oh, and speaking of, www.theshavingcadre.com. Please come and see us. If you like what you see, like, subscribe, click the button, ring the bell, thank you, all that kind of stuff. And then today's shave is brought to you by Nurse Dave's Shaving World, the finest shaving world in the San Francisco area. See, Dave, there's a new one for you. Anyways, I was posting my pic, and turns out that him and I are shaving with the same, or shaved, or whatever, you know what I mean. Shaving with the same stuff today. And I did not look at his picture before I decided to do that. So what that tells you is great minds use great shaving products. Boy, did that sound like a commercial, didn't it? So the razor we're using today, I haven't used in a bit. I have three razors from this series. These are Corats. Now, the newest one is a Scissor, but we're using the Corat Saponificio Varesino Leonardo da Vinci. This is a beautiful full hollow that I haven't used in a while, and we are going to, well, of course, we're going to shave with it. Boy, God, I'm not all there today. This has been taken across the balsa convex strop 30, and then on leather 450. Just a wonderful, wonderful razor. Very smooth. Typical of Ulrich's Corats. They're just wonderful. One thing I do want to mention today is on a couple of comments on various YouTube channels and on the forum, was discussing the state of the wet shaving community. And although, you know, I'm a firm believer that everybody's got opinions, including me, and opinions are like certain parts of the lower body and the back. Everybody's got them, but they all smell bad. Everybody's opinions are theirs. Now, being in the business, both on the forum side and on the barber side, as well as being a traditional shaver. And I don't call it wet shaving, I call it traditional shaving, because wet shaving, well, I guess you could argue that wet shaving as opposed to electrics, but it's more of traditional shaving, especially with a straight razor. And a lot of the comments that were made were that the state of wet shaving is in decline. Well, I somewhat disagree with that from the standpoint on a professional side. More and more people are definitely becoming interested, at least that I see in the barbershop, of coming in and getting straight razor shaves and then maybe looking at getting away from the carts. So I see people, once they're educated, and there's the key word, educated. I think it's our job as traditional shavers to educate the public. Now, will we ever get to the point where we're going to be as big as the Gillette cartridge group? No, because most men look at shaving as a chore. But if we can educate them to letting them know that it's not a chore, that it's actually a fun and great hobby and a little bit of a relaxation, then that helps too. So, and I think most of the soap makers are still seeing good profits, especially post-pandemic. So I think the wet shaving world is alive and well. Now, the other thing that and again, these are my opinions. They're not right. They're not wrong. They're just my opinions, just like everybody else's. I feel that the people that are taking the foray into straight razor shaving is increasing. At least I'm seeing it on my end, because I have much more people that are taking my straight razor shaving tutorials. They're starting to straight razor shave. Now, these are my viewers and people on the cadre. So I'm seeing an increase. As far as sales of straight razors, when I look at one of the largest straight razor sales companies, now not like Thyrsis or anything like that, or Corat, I look at just the amount of sales that a company like Griffith Shaving Goods. Now, these are vintage razors, new razors, and stuff like that. Half the time you go in there, their stuff is sold out. And each week you go in, there's new stuff, which tells me that people are buying these razors. Now, is it the same people buying collector's razors? Could be. But I think more and more people are taking the dive. At least that's my hope. I mean, I don't have raw numbers to go off of. I'm just basing this on what I see on the forum side and what I see on the professional side, and what the scuttlebutt in talking in the industry is. And I said that I made a comment on Bill M's channel that, you know, I do feel things are looking up. And besides, we like being a specialized group. Who wants to let the riffraff in? I'm just kidding. So that's all I got to say about that. Another movie reference that you guys didn't get yesterday. Also, I want to congratulate a new member at the TSC, Bowtie RN, for his first straight shave. He did a wonderful, wonderful job, so a big shout out to them. And I had just suggested to him, because I saw some lateral, movement with his wrist, just to make sure that you lock that wrist and use your shoulder as a fulcrum and your head, so you don't have to just lock your head into one place. And it's more apparent on some of the other shaving strokes. This razor is doing absolutely tremendous today. Oh, just beautiful. I could probably get away with 2 passes, but I don't think that's going to happen. Oh, I forgot to talk about the soap. Soap today is Desert Vetiver by Saponificio Varesino, and we're going to be using that and the aftershave. But here is the good news, and I hope Now, I'll have to put my glasses back on to give you all the details because I'm blind. And yes, I shave blind. No, I'm kidding. And, talking about shaving blind, once you get your muscle memory intact, you can, I could wear my glasses to shave, but I have a tendency to go a little higher, so I don't. But once your muscle memory is there, you can, in fact, we did this one time as a stunt shave. We shaved blindfolded, and it can be done. Not recommended, of course, but we can do it. Desert vetiver is just fantastic. I mean, it's just good stuff. So, the big news is, I am now officially a brand ambassador for Brand to Markets. Now, you're thinking, okay, Dave, who the heck is Brand to Markets? Brand to Markets is a company out of the New York, New Jersey area owned by Antonio Pavan. Antonio is Italian, and so that leads to the next thing. He is the US distributor for both Cella and for Saponificio Varesino. And I was formerly a brand ambassador for the main Saponificio Varesino. However, now that Antonio is the US distributor, it made more sense for me to be a brand ambassador for all of his products. And not only is it Saponificio Varesino and Cella, but he also has other non-shave related products that he distributes for that we will be talking about over time. We are actually going to be creating a Brand to Markets YouTube page over the next couple of weeks, and please look for that. It will be under Brands to Market. And this brand ambassadorship will extend to my barbershop as well. So we will be somewhat of a Cella brand ambassador barbershop in the US using their products, as well as, continuing to use my flagship, which is by CBL Soaps, Hombres Barbershop, and the new iteration of that. We're just expanding some of the product line that we're going to be carrying and doing in the shop. We will be doing shave videos from the Brand to Markets YouTube page that are specifically product related. So we're going to be doing that as well. Oh, also, when doing the Fool's Pass, like I said, I try to be as symmetrical as possible and then use my shoulders and my neck rather than using the blade by itself, because it can just cause problems. And I find by putting these fingers together like that, it's rock solid. But anyhow, back to the other thing. So you're saying, okay, Dave, great. You're promoting yourself. You're promoting yourself as a brand ambassador. Blah, 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 blah. What's in it for us? Well, good news is all my YouTube viewers, as well as members of the shaving cadre, will be receiving 20% off any purchases of both Cella Milano $18.99 and Saponificio Varesino. Now, it must be noted that the 20% discount does not apply to shaving brushes, nor does it apply to razors. But any other products that are marked, you will receive a 20% discount at the various websites, and we'll go over those websites in a minute when I put my glasses on. And just for being a viewer of this channel, and hopefully a viewer of the Brands to Market channel that will be coming within the next couple of weeks, and then also being a member of the Shaving Cadre. So if you're going to join the Shaving Cadre, now's the time to do it. Now, I will be putting the link and the discount code in the description section of this video, as well as over on the Shaving Cadre. We're very excited for some of the videos we're going to be able to do. And promote that. Oh, just such a wonderful shave. So let's see what the alum says. You know, shaving with a full-bellied hollow to me is just wonderful. A little bit, you know, you need to be a little bit more careful because that edge is so thin that the angles, your angle of attack on your shaving does need to be adjusted just a little bit because it bellies out and then goes down. It's almost like, for those of you that are hunters, it's almost like a broad tip arrow. It goes out, and maybe it's not called a broad tip arrow, but a hunting arrow that it goes out, then it comes back in real tight, and it makes that edge just so thin but so smooth at the same time. And today we're going to be using Quinn's Lavender. And I'm going to do something I don't normally do. Usually I put the Quinn's on with a damp face like I did here. But I'm also going to be using a balm today that I haven't used in a while. I just found it. And it's here somewhere, I think. Somewhere. Haha, probably lost it. But it is a sample that Antonio gave to me. And like I said, I'll be giving you that code here in just a minute. So I've used the witch hazel, but I'm also going to dampen my face again because somebody did mention something too that makes a lot of sense. That when putting on a balm, depending on how quickly it emulsifies, putting it on a somewhat lightly damp face makes it emulsify a little bit better and doesn't give you that greasy feeling. But what we're using today is Provictus. Provictus is an aftershave. Actually, it's a skin repair cream from Saponificio Varesino. And it's just putting it on, like I said, putting it on a damp face does make it emulsify a little bit quicker into the face. And like I said, I don't use balms that often. In fact, somewhat rarely, to be honest with you. And then for our aftershave today, we're going to be using Desert Vetiver, which is just a wonderful, wonderful. I do not have the EDP for this, but I do have something that I think works really well with it. This has got a very sharp, if you're into that sharp punch in the face type of vetiver, this reminds me of, it's just really, really sharp. And it just smells just absolutely wonderful. For our talc today, we're just going to use some residual because I don't really have much to do today. So we'll finish all this off and then we'll go into the details of the discount that's available to you. Okay. And then for our EDP, or actually EDT, we're going to be using Goodfellas number 6. This is geranium and cedar. And it just goes real well with the vetiver. Just wonderful. Nice and woody and just bright. Really good. Okay, that's it for the shave, folks. So again, we use the Saponificio Varesino Leonardo da Vinci from Korat, and this is a full belly hollow. We use the Saponificio Varesino 2.0 in tortoise with a high mountain Manchurian. The soap, again, Desert Vetiver from Saponificio Varesino, as well as the aftershave and the Pro Victus aftershave balm for just a perfect porcelain smooth DS-BBS shave. Okay, let me get my glasses back on. So once again, for those of you that have skipped through and everything else, because this is a little bit of a longer video, we are very proud to announce that we are brand ambassadors for Brand to Markets. They are also a vendor on the Shaving Cadre forum, and as such, the owner, Antonio Pavan, has been so kind to say that all of my viewers, all of my subscribers, anybody who watches this page is now eligible for a 20% discount at both websites. Now, those websites, and this is for all Cella products, as well as Cella shaving products, as well as all Saponificio Varesino shaving products. On the Saponificio Varesino side, the only exclusion is brushes and razors. So it's 20% across the board. And the discount code, and I'll also link that down here and over at the Cadre, is all capital letters, BarberDave. That is your 20%, and it's 20% on all things. So BarberDave, and you can find that at Saponificio Varesino, all one word, .us, and also Cella Milano 1899.com. So big exciting news. We're going to be starting a YouTube channel as well. More things on the way. So Antonio, thank you so much. We hope that we represent you well. We've been friends for a long time. And make sure that when you are buying Saponificio Varesino, do it from the US site, please. That's it, guys, for the week. Thank you for joining us all 3 days. We will be back again Sunday, and then probably, if everything goes right, shaving from some remote locations in the middle of the week next week. So hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful rest of the week. We're headed back to the shop to do our tonsorial duties, and I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day and a wonderful, wonderful week. Thank you so much for being a part of our channel. We'll talk to you again very soon.